Double Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we're going to have to go to the middleweights. We know what time it is with the Canelo versus Golovkin fight being called off on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Well, everybody seems to know Canelo's been withdrawn from the fight because, he was tested twice, got caught twice with clenbuterol in the system. And, they're going to have a hearing on April the 18th, and he withdraws before that, because he's probably going to be suspended anyway, right? I was wrong about that. I told you guys I thought the fight was going to happen no matter what. And the reason, at least, is, being showed every day. It's obvious, right? Let's go to Golovkin and his opponent selection. We've talked about it in detail, but the problem is it's so glaring right now that, you probably have to talk about it every day so you guys can really keep up, because I'm having my issues with mainstream media. You can read some of these articles, and it seems as if they're on the payroll from Golovkin or Canelo. These guys, you're in mainstream media. And, it would sound like there's some internet guy, YouTube talking that stuff. Guys, remember the emails from Golden Boy to Ring magazine, which is the boxing Bible, right? And they're talking like that about other people, calling them an N-word and going back and forth because they're affiliated. Golden Boy owns the Ring magazine, which is the boxing Bible. So don't act like it can't happen. These writers are writing articles, and you're like, are you serious? So, when you're talking Golovkin, let me give you something that's just one of the top 5 news of the year. After it gets canceled, everybody who is somebody in the middleweight division, really, the names are ridiculous. We say them every day. And all of them want to fight Golovkin on May the 5th. And I told you he's looking past all of them in the room, looking past them, trying to find somebody. So he's got Gary Spike O'Sullivan. We talked about him thoroughly. Really, you can just go up and put Dome Sports Talk, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, just a couple of days ago. So I'm not going to go into it. But he's not worthy of this fight. And then you get Jamie Munguia, or Jaime, Munguia. A little guy coming up from junior middleweight, is a prospect, never fought, not in the top 10, never fought outside of Mexico, and a whole lot of things. Small, right? Well, that particular choice was so bad that the Nevada State Athletic Commission, right, they nixed the idea. Like, no, man, listen, we can't do that. That's too much of a mismatch. But this is not mainstream news. You have to look inside of the article to find them really say that. Instead of that should be a title. Golovkin tries to fight someone who the NASC won't even allow. Why is he doing that? Listen. It would be okay, and I've said it a few times, it would be okay if Golovkin wasn't considered to be the best middleweight the last 25 years, or the best middleweight right now, or things like that. If he was just a fighter, then okay. But you compare him with the greats, and this is not acceptable. It's just not. I'll give you an example, and you hate it, but it is what it is. Floyd Mayweather's last fight, very last fight, I'm not counting the one with McGregor, boxing match, right, was against your boy Andre Berto. And people were outraged to the point of boycotting the fight. I've said this a million times too, but it's just important. 39-year-old Floyd Mayweather cannot fight a 2-time champion in Andre Berto. Couldn't fight him. Top fit dude, hand speed, punching power, resilience, right? He was not allowed to fight him, an old Mayweather. So we're going to talk about Golovkin fighting Munguia, and the commission has to tell him, no, that's just too much of a mismatch. Sorry. Why would you want to even fight him? You know what I'm saying? Why? We know why. So for me, it's a done deal in terms of Golovkin for wanting to fight these people. When I know that all of these top people in his division want to fight him, I am surprised that he's not saying, wow, thank God, any of these guys. And then you read an article. I'm going to put it in the description box, the last article that irked me. Put it in the description box. They will say, well, Demetrius Andrade, well, he doesn't bring much to the table. Like, like a table bringer. You want to talk about table bringers? You don't bring nothing to the table? It's like somebody serving you some food and bring you a plate with nothing on it. That's what you're trying to say that Demetrius Andrade's doing? He's bringing nothing to the table? Munguia, yeah. Jaime Munguia. What does he bring to the table? What is he bringing to the table? He had to get canceled. Spike O'Sullivan. What does he bring to the table? Right? Don't let me even start mentioning the names of other mandatories. What did Dominic Brazil, Wade bring to the table? It was a mandatory. Right? You got a couple of those now. Mandatory brings mandatory to the table. That's what they bring. Right? Demetrius Andrade, for casual fans, because they also say casual fans don't know him. They don't know all those names. Right? Casual fans don't know Munguia, Gary Spike O'Sullivan if he ain't from England. Right? So what are all these people bringing to the table? Well, I tell you what a casual fan knows. A casual fan knows what champion means. And Demetrius Andrade was a two-time champion at the weight division lower, not just a fighter like Munguia. Two-time champion, so that's what you tell them. He was a champion. The other one's Darren Chinko is a mandatory. Charlo is a mandatory. Daniel Jacobs is the guy who arguably beat you. They all bring something to the table. And I'm telling you what they bring to the table. That makes that fight 50-50 or 60-40 maybe for Golovkin. That's what they bring to the table. They bring a challenge. So casual fans understand that. So let's stop making them look like they don't understand them. They know what a good fight is. Right? So these are the things that are going on, and it's just really, really irking. And then it's like, well, Golovkin shouldn't really fight somebody too hard because he's going to probably jeopardize that fight with Canelo in September, the big fight with Canelo in September. That irks me too. Why is the fight with Canelo still big? You know, make me think of like Eddie Murphy back in the day when his father asked, why is the fire so big, Gus? Why is the fire so big? You come to my house every year and you burn down my backyard. Right? Why is the fire so big? Why is the Canelo fight so big, Gus? Why? Why? You dope 2 times and the fire's too big. No, I'm just joking, man. Y'all know what time it is. Listen, why is that fight so big? Canelo, after a suspension, should probably not be in the most lucrative fight anymore. Earn it. And take one of those guys out. That's what they should be telling Canelo right now. If not, he's not going to learn anything. How is he going to come off of suspension and go right into the most lucrative fight with all these monsters and sharks and piranhas around there? Take one of them out. Force him to fight one of them. Whatever one Golovkin didn't fight. Fight one of them and earn that. And I've been saying this for about 8 months. I'm about to find the videos and put them up. They, first of all, before the rematch happened in the first place, they should have both said, okay, we'll wait. Canelo go fight one of the monsters, and so does Golovkin. And then after they beat somebody of substance, then they come back and fight each other. Then it should be lucrative. We can't be just scared it's lucrative because we say it's lucrative. And we're telling casual fans how lucrative it is. And they ain't really beat nobody. I repeat, Canelo wasn't the best 154-pounder, and he's not the best 160-pounder. So why is it a big fight? Because of some fans and Twitter followers and all that? No. No. And this is just going too far. If you guys don't understand, when a commission says no to a fight, that means something is really wrong. So, Golovkin, he's under a microscope right now. Everybody's focused on that. Now, I know the mainstream media is trying to give him a pass on this and say people this and that. But what's going to happen here is people are going to get more knowledgeable. And I salute some of the big boxing channels for putting this news out here. Because in the mainstream, I haven't seen a title saying that Nevada State Athletic Commission is called this fight off. You got to look between the lines or listen to a couple of uploaders, right, to find this information. It's ridiculous. It should be headline. It should be on TV, Sports Center. Golovkin tried to fight a dude and it got canceled because it was a mismatch. Why is he trying to do that when we have a line full of formidable opponents, credible opponents, and opponents that bring something to the table? All right? Why is that mainstream news? Let me tell you why. Because that's just the way it rolls and because you guys accept it. Thomas Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all, man.